Be sure to stick around for the end of the video. I go over everything that hasn't already been covered at the initial walk around for the review of the products, just because I believe I missed some stuff when I was doing the walk around. Alright, we just finished filming the review of the 6-inch rough country suspension lift, the performance accessories body lift, the review on my tires, spacers, and rims. So we're going to get today started, come back and show you the review after. Hope you enjoy today's vlog. Cottage, day 1.
I can't stay.
So for today's review, we're going to be talking about the 6-inch rough country suspension lift first. The lift itself costs around $1,900 and I paid $700 to get it installed. It is by far the cheapest one to purchase on the market, but I haven't had any problems with it. We're at like 25 to 30,000 kilometers. We've had zero issues. Now, I know they say the shocks are bad and I plan on replacing them anyways. I've already ordered the Rancho shock, but these ones aren't terrible. Like, if you don't have the budget to buy more shocks, these ones will work fine for the first 2-3 years. Another issue is a lot of truck accessory places won't sell you rough country. It's not because it's a bad product, it's because they don't deal in it. If like Action Van and Truck, they deal with Tough Country and Pro Comp, so they won't sell you a rough country lift and they'll tell you they're garbage and they're not worth it. There's no problems with them. They work just fine. If you're on a budget, that's the way to go. Now for the 3.5-inch body lift. It was around $500. Took me 4.5 hours to install. I did it by myself. So, and I did it with hand tools and a driveway. You don't need a garage. You don't need a lift. You can just do it by yourself out in your driveway. It's simple. Like I said, the worst part about it was getting the steering link in, and all you have to do is make sure you put the blocks on the passenger side first, jack up the driver's side twice as high as you should, slide it in, bolt it all together. Really simple install, especially if you're a beginner and you haven't done much stuff. If you have any questions, you can just send me an email. I can walk.
I can't stay.
Now, as for my tires that I'm running, they're AMP Mud Train 35 by 12.5 by 20. I paid $300 a piece, which is almost $200 cheaper than any brand name tire on the market. I've had them on for 20 to 30,000 kilometers. They have even wear. They're good in the winter, for the snow, the ice, the rain, mud. They work great. They're worth the $300. I don't know, I don't see any reason to go spend $500 aside from paying for the name. These tires look good, they don't look cheap. As for my spacers, I did a lot of researching and everybody is running Bora wheel spacers. My mistake is I went and bought 1-inch spacers, so I had to chop my factory studs. So if you're going to, let's find some better lighting. One sec. Yeah, that's better. So if you're planning on buying wheel spacers, go with Bora. I believe, I can't remember the site. I'll link the site down below. By 1.5 inches at least. And they're the only ones with lifetime warranty, and I haven't heard anybody have a problem with yet. They custom make them per order. They're not mass produced, so they just make them when you order them. Take about 2 weeks to come to Canada. I believe they're $50 a piece, but they're well worth it. As for my rims, I'm running 3rd gen 1500 rims. I went with these just for something different. Instead of having the same rims everybody else has, they just stand out a little more. I do plan on getting rims at some point, but I also want to get 37-inch tires. And I will be buying the Amp Mud Terrain 37-inch tires.
I want a sausage.
Alright, so to recap from earlier, actually just give me a second here, I gotta change something. That's better. Alright, so to cover from earlier when we were talking about rough country lift, the body lift, the tires, the wheel spacers, and the rim. In case I missed anything, the rough country lift was a 6-inch suspension lift, cost $1,900, $700 to install. Took them about, I believe, 8 hours. I didn't do that install myself. The only issue I have with the rough country lift is the rear shocks. They work fine, but they could be a lot better. I'm replacing mine with Rancho shocks. I can put the part number below that I'm using to replace mine with. I think they're about 150 bucks shipped to my house, and that's in Canada. So all these prices are in Canadian. They are cheaper if you're in the States. Alright, as for the performance accessories 3-inch body lift, don't go putting an 1.5 inch in, and don't go putting a 4-inch suspension lift. Just put the lift in. You're going to be happy with it. If you go smaller, you're going to wish you went taller. I have 9 inches lift. I still wish I had a taller truck. 4-inch accessories lift was a 3-inch body lift. It took me 4 hours to install by myself using hand tools in a driveway. And it's a piece of cake. If you have any questions about it, just comment below. I can get them answered. I'm usually pretty quick at responding. Wheel spacers. I have 1-inch Bora wheel spacers. They're hub symmetrical. Don't buy anything else. Buy Bora. This isn't a paid advertisement. They are just simply the best. They're made for order. They're lasting me the way they should. As for the tires are 35-inch by 12.5 by 20 Amp Mud Terrain tires. I paid $300 a piece, which is $200 cheaper than any other Mud Terrain 35-inch tire on the market up here in Canada. PMC.ca, I believe it is. You can get them shipped to your house for 25 bucks. I got mine in Barrie at a local shop, so you can get them all over. They're not hard to come. The reason I went with 20-inch 3rd gen rims is just to be different. They stand out. A lot of people ask me why they haven't seen these rims before for the 4th gen. Well, simply because they're made for the 3rd gen. So if you're looking to get those rims, you can usually find them on the internet. I paid 300 bucks for 4, and they came with tires. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure to click the like button below, subscribe, and comment below if you have any questions. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you have any videos you'd like us to include in our compilation video we're making, be sure to send them to 5.7lifestyle@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next video.